Hey guys, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Welcome back to another episode of Sessions with Sonia, episode 9. Today's title, we're going to be talking about from renting to owning, what they don't tell you about buying a home. And hey, we're almost about to wrap up this month of January, so I can still say Happy New Year. Let me say it again. Happy New Year! Woo-hoo. And say normally the first of the year, people are talking about buying homes. So Sessions with Sonia wanted to give you something that you could utilize to help you buy a home. So today on our show we have Letitia Warren and Letitia Grant. They are from Task Realty Group, which is a full-service real estate brokerage. And we have Mr. DeAndre Henderson from The Inspection Kingdom, LLC. And I'll let them introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about themselves right now.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Letitia Warren, real estate extraordinaire at Task Realty Group.
I love it.
I am DeAndre Henderson at the Inspection Kingdom.
Okay.
And my name is Letitia Grant. I'm the executive managing broker for Task Realty Group, and just definitely excited to be here. So thank you, Sonia.
All right, guys. So we're going to dive right in. The first thing we're going to be talking about, and we're going to pick the brains of these two expert ladies that are sitting up here today. We're going to talk about affordable housing and access, what it really means, the barriers some of the buyers face, and education versus income. So the first question I would like to ask either one of you is, what does affordable housing mean today? What does that mean?
Oh man, now I'm gonna tell you, affordable housing is a trick question, right? So affordable housing, it is totally relative to who you are and who you're speaking to.
Okay, I like that.
So,
that's fair.
But for me, my definition of affordable housing is if your average everyday worker cannot afford it, it is not affordable.
I like that.
So average.
We see that a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So what we look at when we talk about affordable housing is the area median income, and there's two different areas. That's the 80% versus the 120% area median income.
Okay.
So a single person that is about $52,000 a year is an 80% area median income buyer.
Okay.
On average, how much of a home can they afford? It really depends on their debt. Mm-hmm. But on average, they're probably looking at a home in the low 200s.
Okay. And is that realistic here in the Houston metropolitan area?
It is, if you know Task Realty Group.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we leverage down payment assistance programs to make that happen for our consumers.
Okay. And how does preparation change buying power? How important is that? Being prepared.
Preparation is everything. The first thing that you have to have is the mindset to want to purchase a home.
Right.
And so I have met people who said, I never want to buy a home. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah. So, but for those who do want to purchase and they say, well, what do I need to do to get started? The first thing to do is to make the decision that you want to actually buy a home and you're serious about it.
Right.
If you're serious about it, you're going to plan.
Right.
Your plan should include knowing what steps do I need to take, what my credit score needs to be. How do I file my income taxes to show that income? So preparation is definitely key because if you're not prepared and you're just out there winging it and you don't get a good real estate agent from Task Realty Group, you will not have that home that you want.
Yeah.
Come on. I love it. Awesome. Renting versus owning. You hear people say, oh, I don't want to buy a house. I don't want them problems. Let's talk about it. Renting versus owning. Why is home ownership often better long term than renting?
I'm so glad that you asked that question because this weekend we had to go to one of our tenants' homes and let them know that the owner is selling the property.
Oh, wow.
Well, the tenant's lease expires. Right now they're on month to month. So now, unfortunately, they're going to be displaced. Wow. Of course, the current landlord is not going to renew it. And based on the circumstances, the rent that we're receiving for that particular unit isn't sufficient to assist in covering the mortgage because it's a duplex. So it is highly unlikely that the new landlord will renew their lease. So when we talk about stability, home ownership is definitely stability. In addition to that, we have served 3-day notices to someone that has missed a payment by 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Versus owning a home where I know someone that's gone 6 months without making a payment before they were facing foreclosure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Huh. That's something to think about right there.
Absolutely. And I can keep dropping those gems about why, I look at it, we hear right now we have access to social media and so many different methods of hearing conversation about what's the best way to do this and do that. And many millionaires are on there saying, well, I'm not buying a house. I don't own a home. I don't own a home. Well, they may not own the home that they live in, but they definitely invest in real estate.
Absolutely.
Real estate is...
And they own all the homes you're renting.
Absolutely. While they go out and rent leisurely somewhere else, but they're not paying rent either because the money that they collect from the homes that they own is actually paying the rent where they're living. So they get to live for free.
Aha.
Yes. And if they have that rental home under the LLC, it's a tax write-off.
Wow.
So that's a totally different mindset. Like
It is. A rental home under a LLC.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So guys, tell me this. Is there a place where renting does make sense?
it is. I think renting can make sense if you don't want the responsibility of maintaining a property. Because once you purchase a home, you don't just live there. You still have to maintain that property. There's no landlord to call to come fix anything.
Can you share what some of that maintaining look like?
Yes.
Once people don't know.
Plumbing.
Yeah.
Like if something goes wrong with your dishwasher, right now if you're renting, you can call the landlord and say, hey, my dishwasher is leaking, it's not working, and the landlord will send someone.
Right.
Well, if you own your home, maybe if you have a good one.
He's supposed to.
He's supposed to.
Yes.
If you have a good landlord.
Or
However,
she's supposed to.
right?
Yeah.
However, if you own that home and something goes wrong, whether it's the roof starts leaking, the plumbing, it's your responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. All right. And how does equity build generational wealth?
Oh man, that question is amazing. So in 1980, my grandfather purchased a home for $1,900. His down payment was $100, and their monthly payment was $35.
Wow.
I currently own that home today,
Oh my goodness.
and the land next door to it. So how does that build generational wealth? I use the equity from that home to purchase my second home. My kids now live in that home, and the lot next door that I was able to purchase due to the equity, I can build 8 rental properties on it.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is like real life conversation.
Wow, I love
Absolutely.
that. Okay.
And for me, I purchased my home in 2015.
Okay.
$185,000.
Yeah.
It's worth $310,000 as of today. So if anything happens,
Almost doubled.
Exactly. I can sell that home. I can leave it to my children, which is my plan. I want to leave it to them, and then I want them to sell it because I know they want to live there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so it's more options when you own your home as opposed to if you're paying rent, you don't have any equity.
Right.
No equity.
Okay. So we hear all these myths when it comes to buying a house. You need to have perfect credit. I'm not buying a house. I was talking actually to one of my younger cousins, and she's like, I can't buy a house. I'm like, well, why? I don't make enough money, or my credit, or I don't have the money to put down, or, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Correct.
We're going to let you guys, we're going to talk about some of these myths.
Yeah.
And we're going to, help these people, especially these young single moms, these young dads, these older couples that are on fixed incomes.
Right.
Right? Anybody can buy a house, right?
Pretty
Absolutely.
much. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
So if you have a job and you have the ability to increase your credit score wherever it is,
Okay.
and as a matter of fact, even if you don't have a job, because I sell homes to people that are on Section 8. The housing choice voucher converts from rental to purchasing.
Wait a minute, Miss Grant. You done messed me up.
Yes, ma'am. Let me keep messing it up.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Talk about that. Wow.
So the Section 8 home ownership program, it's a program where renters can convert their rental voucher into a purchase voucher. So basically, as long as you have rented for a minimum of 1 year, now you have to be outside of your 1 year lease term, you can convert over to the purchase voucher. But in the middle of that, there's also a program called FSS, which is the Family Self-Sufficiency Program.
Okay.
And the Family Self-Sufficiency Program works similar to an IRA. You're making incremental deposits, but
Right.
not financial deposits.
Okay.
You're actually doing better in life. Maybe you started earning more money at your job.
Wow.
You got a new job. You may have have graduated from college, things that you've done to make improvements to your lifestyle, they will deposit money into an escrow account.
That is so amazing.
And at the end of the program, you walk out with a check, and we've had clients to walk out with $52,000 that they can utilize for whatever. And it doesn't have to be connected to home ownership, because the home ownership program is a separate program that you enroll in, and then you can go out and purchase a home.
I know several people that would benefit. Well, like our agency service a lot of families who are Section 8.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. The minimum credit score is a 620.
Okay.
Which is an average, credit score. And you have to have $1,000 in the bank.
Okay.
Which you'll need a little more than that for your earnest money. But if you have $1,000, I can instantly get you two by enrolling you into the Covenant Community Capital Program, which is an IDA program. For every dollar you deposit, they match you $1.
Wow.
And then with discretionary funds, $200 here, by doing things like writing a will, getting your blood pressure checked, which is the craziest one, because I'm like, you're going to pay me $200 to do something that I need to do anyway?
Right. Wow.
So those are some of the things. So the myths are out there. Yes, absolutely. No, you do not have to have perfect credit. You do need to have good credit, because the higher your credit score is, the better your program is. Absolutely.
Okay.
So your availability to programs, and then you do not have to put 20% down of your own
That's my other
money.
myth. You need 20% down.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You can put 20% down though. Right now, the city of Houston is offering up to $125,000 in down payment assistance. That sounds like more than 20% down to me.
So what are the... So, you know what? Instead of you telling us, they need to reach out to Taz Realty Group.
There you go.
How about they do that?
Yes,
absolutely.
To find out what is
There
the
you go.
criteria.
Yeah, tons of it. Lots of
qualify
programs.
for that.
And if you don't want to live in the city limits, you can live in Harris County. There's a program where the properties are up to a 40%
Like a rural- is that
discount.
like the rural development or something?
No,
like that?
absolutely. It's like living in this area.
Wow.
Up to 40% off of the sales price. I look at it like, when I walk in Ross, I know Tish does too. When we walk in the store, we're gonna be at the rack on Friday. When we walk in the rack, the first place that we going to is the sales rack, right? So this Harris County program is like walking into the store and going straight to the sales rack.
Wow, that is amazing.
Right.
Huh. What about the whole myth, Mrs. Warren, about self-employed people?
Self-employed people can purchase a home. What I do advise is that you declare all of your income for a minimum of 2 years. Because if you make $600,000 and you decide to write it off and show that you only made $40,000, then they're going to look at what you actually made, what you actually brought in.
Yes.
So what I did when I decided to purchase my home is just take that hit for 2 years.
Yes.
Show all of the income. 2 years. It goes by so fast, I promise. And after that, do what you do. But you want to show that income for a minimum of 2 years, because that's what the lender is looking at.
So my next question, you pretty much kind of just answered, but I'm sure there are so many more. What are the mistakes that a lot of people make when they're trying to purchase a home?
Oh, I got one right
delay?
now. I got one. And if she see this, I love you. I had a potential client that was thinking about purchasing a home.
Okay.
I gave her the whole spiel of what not to do.
Right.
Because it's only not what to do, there are some what not to do.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I said, do not use your credit. Don't purchase anything on your credit. Well, she called me. She was like, I can't stay here anymore. We got to move. But I just bought a brand new car. I said, Lord, here we go. She had already reached out to a lender, because I teach my clients, I don't provide you with money. I provide you with resources and knowledge, but the money comes from the lender. So she had found a lender. The lender told her she only qualified for $140,000 because she had purchased this vehicle. Wow. She needed a vehicle. I understand, but you have to prioritize.
Yes.
If you really want a home and you want it that bad, that vehicle can wait until you close and have the keys in your hand. I told her, I said, you don't even buy a stick of gum on your credit.
Yeah, I know all about that. Just to piggyback on what you said, it actually happened to us, and I was renting a car. Like my transmission had went out of my car, and I refused to go get another car.
Right.
So, but the day we closed,
there you go.
I went.
When you have those keys in your hand,
That's right. You do what you want.
Yes,
take those keys and go to the car lot.
Absolutely.
There is a national initiative, and it's called House Then the Car. I mean, such a simple concept. We all know about it, but it's house then the car.
House house, then the car.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
house, and look, that breaks some of the myth up. So one of the biggest myths, and I know Letitia knows this as well, the biggest myth that we have to battle is what other people have said. My cousin told me that if I just do this, and my grandma, your grandma haven't bought a house in the last 30 years, you know. And so people who haven't done it are giving advice to people who want to do it.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of the myths come in.
I agree. What about the 1099? I think that's what the self-employed they answered that
correct.
already. Employment changes. Let's talk about that. Like, say someone who was in a certain industry all their life and they recently changed industries, or they're in the same industry. How does that work?
So it depends. So there are some industries, for example, any industry that is in the field, like construction, pipe fitters, welders, electricians, historically, and the underwriters are aware, they can have 8 to 10 jobs in 1 year.
Okay.
8 to 10 different locations. But that is to the true nature of the industry. Now, for someone that is a school teacher, it's not likely that you're going to have a school teacher change districts and locations multiple times in a year. So that is not typical for the nature of that particular job.
Yes.
Now you need to be able to tie it in. So if you're in a customer service related field, just because you work in the medical industry and then you move over to hospitality doesn't mean that we can't connect it, because it could still be customer service. So if it's related in any way, we can still connect it and give you that history. And it doesn't have to be 2 years.
But for an example, a firefighter wanting now they're a nurse.
But the firefighter and the nurse are related. So that firefighter likely went to take some certification classes. That bridges the certification classes.
Y'all can connect it.
Let me tell you something. I can make up some stuff.
Whipping work, honey. Whipping work.
Yes. All right, guys. Next $1 million question. It's the new year. Somebody want to buy a house. How far in advance should they prepare?
Immediately.
Yeah, I agree with Tish. The day that they decide that they want to buy a house, don't try to do this by yourself.
Correct.
Right. When I wanted to get my hair colored, I didn't do it at home. It ain't gonna come out right. I called my girl. Hey, Kinsler, I need an appointment to get my hair colored.
Right.
Call. There are HUD housing counseling agencies. There are real estate professionals. We're here to provide you with a service that TikTok and Instagram isn't going to give you all the details of.
Right. So, like, say if I...
Oh, Lord, and you said right. I can't even imagine trying to go on Instagram how to do my own inspection.
Oh. Yeah, you get them.
YouTube.
So, January 2026, I plan to buy a house because I got to save my money. And I got to get Shay a new car. So I plan to buy a house when I get my income tax next year.
Yeah.
Is that a good enough time, or is that too much time? Like, how does it look?
Well, first of all, if you're trying to buy Shay a new car, then we need to have a conversation.
Okay, I got you.
And why Shay ain't buy her own car?
Exactly.
And if you have a business, why aren't you putting that business, that car in
Under
that business name?
Okay, but I don't have a car, so I work as a CNA at the nursing home. I picked up a second job working at Ross on the weekends to help save down payment.
Yeah.
And so my daughter, Shay, she's a real good girl. You know what I'm saying? She's getting ready to go to college. She got a full ride, but she need a car. And so I got to help her get a car because she's been walking down there. It's cold.
How old is Shay?
Shay is 18 years old.
So let me tell you, this is what we're going to do. How good is your credit?
So my credit, I'm at a 610, and I'm trying to get to a 620.
All right.
That's why I said a year, so I can be prepared to get my income tax.
So do you have a credit card? Does that parent have a credit card?
I plan to get a secured.
Secured.
The secured credit card. They told me to make I can get $200.
That's right. So you can get $200, and guess what? So can Shay, because she's 18 years old.
Okay.
So start to help her build her credit.
Gotcha.
She can get her own vehicle.
Okay.
And then that's separate. from what you're doing, so it doesn't affect you.
I got you. Because
See,
if she's 18,
a lot of
let her
people's
ride.
situation.
I understand.
And let's be honest. You know, when we're on the plane, they say this all the time, and we think that we're being a bad parent by utilizing this in our homes. I can't help you unless I've helped myself.
Right.
And if home ownership, that equity that's in the home ownership is going to further the trajectory of our family, if I can't even provide myself access to it, because we're not talking about a household that has the means. You said that this person has a 610 credit score, which is a below average credit score, and they are a CNA, which means they have limited income.
That's it.
Home ownership is not impossible, but what that means 100% is I cannot help you because I can barely help myself. And in an effort for us to change what our family and our family dynamics
Especially
look
as
like.
a race. Wow. That's good.
Right. And for us to change what our dynamic looks like, I'm going to have to look at home ownership. And if she needs a car, unfortunately, honey, you're going to have to get a job. And maybe you get a car, you know, in a different method. But home ownership is our ticket to changing what our family looks
And
like.
to add generational wealth to our
Absolutely.
I bought Shay Shay a car.
Yes.
And it's a car that Shay Shay can afford. So even though it's in my name, and I did that because my daughter was 17.
Yeah.
So now she's 18, and I've added her to my credit card so she can start building her own credit. I also got a vehicle that was under $12,000, but low mileage.
Yeah.
So it'll be paid off in 3 years.
That's it.
Probably with her a year and a half because I'm going to teach her. We don't have to wait the full
Double
3
up.
years.
Double up.
You staying at home so you can afford to pay more.
Yes.
So again, that's that training, that's that mindset of teaching your children not to make the same mistakes
That you
that
did.
we've
Absolutely.
made.
That's it. I love it. I love it. Now that we've gotten the house, Shay Shay got her own car.
Come on.
And now we got our own house, and we use one of those amazing programs that Task Realty Group told us about, and we got this down payment assistance, and we're in our own house. Well, we're getting ready, and they tell me, you need an inspection.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How do we protect that investment?
Absolutely.
But it's a new house. I
It
don't need no new house, and I don't need no new house.
Yes, you
inspected.
do.
You know, I don't have time for that. I'm gonna let Mr. DeAndre tell us about that.
Tell us.
Yes,
Why inspect new construction?
new homes need inspections too. Just as well.
New homes need inspections too.
Yes,
That sounds like a song.
New homes need inspections too. New constructions need inspections more than existing homes sometimes.
Yeah.
They're both equally important. What happens in new homes is with the builders, they're using subcontractors. The builder is not actually going out there building that home. You know, so he is calling Joe Blow, and then he goes and checks on Joe Blow's work. Joe Blow's work isn't right.
Right.
He fires Joe Blow on the spot, and then he brings in another contractor. So there's contractors on top of contractors on top of contractors. So what you're doing is you're trusting all of these people that you've never met or that the builder doesn't even know. So it is very important to get a new construction inspection because defects are mostly found behind the walls and in installations. On new homes, if anything's going to fail in a new home, it's mostly going to be to an installation defect.
What is it again?
Installation defect.
Okay.
Yeah, something on the system of the component wasn't installed correctly.
Okay.
And that happens a lot because they're humans that are building these homes. They take shortcuts.
Tell us, do you have a story? Like
I got several. How much time you got?
Give us an
Yes, let's have some
example.
fun.
Yeah. Let's see. So, which story do I want to tell you guys? So, first story I'll tell you guys is we offer Tier 2's foundation assessments.
Okay.
Okay. The first thing on Shay,
Okay.
she's 18. She was told that she has to get an inspection.
Yes, her
by
mama
Miss
was.
Letitia.
Yeah, her mama
said you got to get one. So she
Yes.
doesn't understand and grasp the concept of why she really needs an inspection. She's only getting one because she was told she has to get one.
That's it.
So with that being said, she wants to spend the less money she can. Okay. So with her wanting to spend the less money she's gonna call around all of these different inspection companies, and then she's not gonna go with the highest price. 450s, 500s, you're thrown out. I'm looking for 350. I'm looking for 325. She finds that. That Joe Blow goes out and does the inspection, and then
She get 1-page report.
she may get a 1-page report, may get a 2-page report.
Okay.
No, but she might get a regular report. But he goes out, does the inspection. Maybe he overlook something. His price is gonna determine his value of his inspection. How much he values himself and how much he values his inspection. His work. He could be a new inspector.
Pay the money on him, mate.
Yeah.
Pay the money.
He could be fresh out of school. He could be fresh out of school and don't know.
Yes.
We don't know. Even with that being said, most of the new construction home comes with a 1 or 2 year builder warranty. Okay. Within that builder's warranty, things happen. If you're not aware that you have that builder's warranty, which I'm going to get to a story about a Shay, which she wasn't 18, she was 21. She wanted to waive the inspection to start out with. Her realtor said, no, you need to get it. She basically said, okay, how much is the inspection? We told her, she said it was just too much. She didn't think that was the amount that she needed to be paying for an inspection.
Did TikTok tell it was something different?
Probably Google or ChatGPT.
Okay.
But what I try to tell a lot of, and I know I'm bouncing around, what I try to tell a lot of clients is, don't look at the price of that inspection. And if you do want to look at the price of the inspection, look at it like this. You're buying a $300,000 home. You're going to pay $500 to protect that investment. Is it worth it? That's less than point something percent. Your realtor that you're paying to do your paperwork is getting 3%. We're getting less than that, and we're going to here to protect your investment. So a lot of people don't understand that. When I put it to them that way and they look at it that way, then they're like, yeah, he's right.
Can you share as far as what does an inspection look like? When you go in to inspect a home, what all are you looking at?
Oh, we check it from the rooter to the tutor. Basically, we are home combers. That's what I like to refer to ourselves as. We comb the home with a fine-tooth comb. Check everything. From the roof, everything in between to the foundation. Trek, if you want to hear the Trek version, we're required to check the roof covering materials, the roof structure, all of the attic space, all mechanicals found within those attic space.
So like if I'm buying a used, older house, and the shingles, they're called shingles, right?
Yeah, shingles. You can call them
they're
that.
all messed up, and that's something that you would find.
Yes, that is something that your inspector should be looking for and that he should report on if he's a good inspector.
Unless he's Joe Blow, because Joe Blow just got fired from the building.
Joe Blow just got fired.
Now
so
he's out here inspecting homes.
And depending on what size the home is as well. So if it's a 2-story home, and inspectors in Texas are not required to walk a 2-story home. We're only
However, the inspection kingdom does what?
We do. We don't walk them, but we do use drone technology.
Yes.
Which we feel is better than walking a home because I've been doing this 8 years. If I'm on your roof, I'm not worried about that shingle. I'm worried about falling off.
Yes.
So I'm not really getting
that.
a great
That's
picture of
good.
that. I can put a drone on top of a spot and study it, telling you, oh, this is what's going on. I can see these are hail damage. This is what's when you're on the roof, I'm just gonna do my job and get down. That's basically the feeling you got because you're unless you're a roofer that walks roof with bare paws and certain shoes. We don't do all that. We're not required to do that. So we go above and beyond for the client in other ways, but not putting ourselves at risk.
Well, something simple. So I bought this house. It's beautiful, but none of the plugs work. And I don't know, like, I don't have no money to call no electrician. I just bought this house and the plugs don't work.
Did you get an inspection?
I didn't get an inspection.
That's what happens when you skip inspections.
Yes.
Yeah, it's you're not really saving money, you're delaying costs.
I like that. I like that.
That's basically what's happening.
Yes.
Happening when you don't get an inspection. And we have stories that can go with that. I've been out to several homes within last year, the ending of last year. Nice homes, maybe 2-3 years old, with major problems.
Also, just
moisture
my
problems.
my next question.
Moisture
about,
problems.
They be kind of costly.
My first question is, did you get an original inspection? No,
Right.
we didn't get one. We skipped out on it or whatever. So that lets me know a lot right there.
So how much are the damages? Like
Damages can range from $1 to $50,000. Depends on what's damaged.
Because during COVID, a lot of people were waiving inspections to get the house.
All they have to do with you guys is sign the waive form, right?
That's it.
Yeah, you're not required to get an inspection in Texas.
It's not required.
A lot of people listen to builders, which is the wrong thing to do. Municipal
they're trying to
inspections.
sell the house.
Well, no. Well, the builder tell them, don't worry about it. We got an inspector that's going to do an inspection, and we got the city coming out. Those are municipal inspections. Those inspections are not client focused. Third party, ourselves, we are client focused. We come out and we work for you, the buyer.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not like a municipal. They're going to go out and they're going to say, yeah, spigots are in. HVAC is installed. Yep.
I got you.
Yep, it worked. It turned on. That's it. It's not an inspection that's basically looking out for the client. Hey, this can be jeopardize your safety. Check this. You guys need to put smoke alarms in each room or carbon monoxide.
Yeah,
so that's not the type of inspection that you get when you're depending on the municipal inspection.
Can you share for the people who are listening what has been one of the most serious incidents you found?
One of the most serious incidents I found, believe it or not, is a grading and drainage issue. There was a homeowner, bought a brand new home. He spent $50,000 in landscaping. But what he did is he put everything up against the home. So he had the bark mulch 3 feet up the home. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Flowers and trees all in there. And he called us maybe a year after purchasing the home, saying that he was having moisture problems in the adjacent room, in the room right in front of that. And, landscape. When we went out and checked, he definitely had exceeded moisture levels. We found with the infrared camera that there was moisture popping up. Also with the moisture meter, it was screaming. So needless to say, he called in general contractor. When they started tearing it out, long story short, they found his rim joist was completely deteriorated.
Wow.
$30,000 worth of damage found at the rim joist. And that was all because he wanted his garden to be beautiful. And he spent $50,000 on top of a $30,000 to fix that.
Yeah.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a horror story.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Man. So in a nutshell, what happens when buyers skip the inspection?
As I said before, you don't save money if that's what you're thinking you're doing. You're delaying costs. It's things, especially on new inspections. The minute you close, things pop up.
Yeah.
And after you've closed and gotten the keys, your leverage is gone.
Wow.
So you don't have any more leverage to go back to that seller if you're buying an existing home to say, hey, fix this or give me some money back at the table. It's on you.
Yeah.
So it's a risk that I wouldn't take.
Definitely a gamble.
Wow. Well, guys, this has been some amazing information.
Yeah.
Wow. And I definitely know that the people who are watching, they can utilize this and preparing for this new year at January, even though the month is almost out, prepare to buy themselves a house and secure them a good inspection. Yep. So if they want to get in touch with you guys, I want you to tell us what services does your business provide? Who do you typically serve? And how can listeners contact you?
Oh, Lord, I'll get started. What services do I provide? I provide it all, real estate related. We even do counseling. So if an individual is feeling insecure about reaching out to a loan officer, if you have a copy of your credit report, we will counsel you through that. Of course, first-time home buyers, down payment assistance, and property management services through the Elite Court Property Management Group, which is a company that Tish and I co-own. Well, I say co-own, but we're partners in the property management company. Okay. Who is my typical client? My typical client is a low to moderate income homeowner. Okay. Typically first-time home buyer and often a first-generation home buyer. I work with a significant amount of builders, so we have a lot of in-house inventory that we can offer. And how can listeners contact me? Task Realty Group is the brokerage. Phone number at the office is 713-929-3411. That's 713-929-3411. Cell phone 832-528-5706. And email is just Latisha. That's LATISHA at TASRealtyGroup.com.
All righty. And Ms. Warren?
All right. Well, I'm also a part of Task Realty Group. I prefer investment. I love that side. However, I work with buyers as well. Okay. But I enjoy investment properties. Yes. And that aspect of it. And I also, like Letitia said, we do property management as well. Okay. I can be reached at Letitia James at TaskRealtyGroup.com. Same phone number, 713-929-3411.
All righty.
Formerly known,
the artist known as. Formerly known as.
Yes.
And I am DeAndre with the Inspection Kingdom. You can reach us me at 832-586-7272, extension 1. And if you're trying to get a hold of my business partner, Jeff Ashley, would be extension 2. We offer all types of services, inspection related, commercial and residential, as well as with WDIs, infrared scans, sewer scopes, pool and spa, septic. We offer pretty much everything ancillary. When it comes to inspections.
I know that we're at the end, but he did say WDI. There is so many people don't know all the wood destroying insects. They think it's just termites.
So that's the reason that Texas does not allow us to, if you're not a termite inspector, you're not allowed to say the word termite. But we don't refer to it because of that. We refer to it as WDI because they do. A carpenter ant does the exact same damage as a termite. A carpenter bee will do the exact same damage as a carpenter ant.
Right.
So if I tell you got termites and then you spend countless amounts of dollars getting J-Ash pest control out to do a remediation on that, and it's not termites, it's actually something else, guess who they want to eat the fee?
That's right.
The person that said it. So we refer to it as WDI. That means it takes care of whatever is going on over there. Your wood is being destroyed by something.
All righty. Well, awesome, guys. So in closing, I would like to say that do not self-disqualify. Don't say, you know what, I can't do this. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Call these people. I brought these people on here for y'all.
If you have an inspection question, you can call the Inspection Kingdom as well.
right.
You don't have to just call for an
Preparation
inspection.
beats fear. Homeownership is possible.
It is.
It is possible. What is, and my final question, what is one step listeners can take today to get started? Go.
Call Tash Realty Group.
All right.
Call the Inspection Kingdom.
Pull a copy of your credit report.
Boom. And we're out.